World title attractions, 12 rounds of boxing. The challenger fighting out of the blue corner with a record of 19 wins and 2 losses, hailing from Masbate City in the Philippines and seeking his 18th consecutive victory, 16 wins coming by way of knockout. Gio Santino. His outstanding record stands at 30 wins. Please welcome the hard-hitting, defending Navarrete.
I want to remind you both to protect yourself. Touch up now.
For old-time world champions in the
what have made them become a fan of Navarrete because of his activity.
Go up against is someone who is as hungry and
situation that Navarrete was in when he fought Dogbe. Nobody knew SANTISIMA, but he is a really good combination puncher. He has some is Navarrete.
And also, let us not forget that
Manny Pacquiao right here at the MGM Grand Garden Arena.
Mexico and the Philippines.
Yeah,
certainly one to write about. Wasn't necessarily having the easiest of fighting the rematch for the WBC Heavyweight Championship of the World. 8 weeks because he made the weight, but it wasn't.
He kind of looked at me and was like, I might be moving up after this.
Sort of your late 20s, you start to put on more against SANTISIMA.
Absolutely, and he's always been that of a
no doubt, it's like one trying to get to the other. Round 1. We asked him how you would describe Navarrete change his life from quote-unquote.
But he's just one of those guys where
jab comes out for Emmanuel Navarrete.
And I think he's just being a little bit cautious, probably trying to feel out.
Doubling up on the jab.
What I've seen from him, he does have,
He has 26 victories.
A little bit cautious here in the first couple of rounds.
It's coming off of a victory on December 7th. Well, Navarrete, 5 years of age.
At the body, so when he finally does let his hands go, I think you will see more.
On TKO, there's a good shot by setting the best of weight cuts that
the media, but I don't know how privy that SANTISIMA is to that.
Of the second round.
Well from him because he goes to the body anyway. That's part of his natural.
Well, Navarrete
here in round 3, I think probably in his corner.
So they adopted the nickname of Vaquero.
And I think he is. It's kind of true to the book on him. He's sometimes
a lot stronger than what he has in the first 2 rounds, Christina, as you
punches, but not really at the hands of anybody that he's had to 19 fights.
Well, both men have quite a bit of power
up to this point, but his team says his best.
Took about 3 or 4 steps backwards, and Navarrete took. I don't know if Navarrete knows that he hurt him that much, and now he rips. See that quote-unquote feeling out process, Christina, dissipate.
So he hasn't really had to open up more as he does now in this exchange. He won the first 2 rounds arguably just off using his jab.
Or you know that the super bantamweight division that was blocked by SANTISIMA, both men starting to let within the division. An exciting division here in boxing. Ray Vargas spraying the Filipino as well.
Oh, Ray Vargas versus Emmanuel.
Back to SANTISIMA. Look at this action as we times with his fights. A left hook to the body, but answering to take home the world title matchup here at 122. Confidence heading.
He'll pepper you with that all night and win rounds.
We discussed. Navarrete coming forward. Left hook upstairs for SANTISIMA.
Let go, stop! No knockdown, give me a glove.
A left hook that connected by SANTISIMA. There's a right cross.
And Navarrete is letting his hands go. I mean, he probably.
SANTISIMA literally putting down his head, Christina, throwing, but going backwards. Navarrete in seek and destroy mode by the champion. But answering back is SANTISIMA. Emmanuel Navarrete. There's a left on the top of the skull, pounding away upon Gio SANTISIMA. SANTISIMA looking to swarm Gio SANTISIMA. And
in that fight, but he's got to show referee Russell Mora some
months, and that ends the round. What an action-packed round. He wasn't.
Vaquero's going to be right there.
Absolutely. Forward more because he is allowing.
This is where you step. This is where you step it up. This is where you push the.
Another right hand off.
Pushing the action.
Also, too, hitting to the body. There's that by SANTISIMA. Left by Navarrete. Remaining in the 6th round. A left hook that connects.
Go back there and then delivered his own, but
bag in 60-second increments, and I'm exhausted.
power punches.
Plenty of for his fifth triumphant title defense, a right hand. Las Vegas at the MGM Grand Garden Arena, the WBO Super. Navarrete goes the south left down the middle.
Two of them in a...
There's a right to the body.
Oftentimes, though, you get caught if he fights a fight.
Well, getting to your point, Christina, and Navarrete. There's a left hook, come forward and try to get the pressure in the...
Especially because sometimes Navarrete is caught, standing straight right now is that he's fighting primarily...
These subtle head movements, so he knows that SANTISIMA...
retreating backwards.
And which is why he came in underweight in that matchup.
For each guy, but we'll see if he...
But he told you.
Yeah,
so,
he's sticking by that second round.
Told you on Tuesday, he goes, I'm going to knock and spark.
To this day.
Well, to this day, and that's Deontay Wilder. Yes, to this day.
I wasn't rushing there to go for a second round.
A left hook for SANTISIMA on this day. And what a day it is here in Las Vegas. But right now...
It's the activity left punches, over 500 punches thrown through 7 rounds.
February 22nd here in the United States.
Navarrete's having a day right now, parallel from Emmanuel Navarrete.
He gets clipped with those that have just one game plan, but back comes Navarrete. I think you could throw a sledgehammer. Well, and how do you, if you're SANTISIMA gear, do you have other things that you can go to?
He's got some the highest level of opposition in his lap, learning to do at this level.
Well, it always goes. One match, it makes you better.
And I'm not saying Navarrete's off the
Vegas. Here in Las Vegas as we end champion at 122 pounds, Gio SANTISIMA on the mid
round fight where he went the distance. So let's see if he can keep himself knockout. And the second one was the third round knockout. So he's to wear on you.
Well, Navarrete is the kind of the body. You've seen him bury his attack upstairs.
Say it's like he takes you into deep waters and then he drowns you. He doesn't let
parts of your body and your head as well, Christina.
Powder all the time. Navarrete has that kind of output, and he throws.
But if you're in the corner of Gio SANTISIMA, you have to wonder as we
to let his hands go. You get in there and try to let your hands go.
Midway point of the ninth, he may be letting this. I feel like he's gotten his second win because he looks this opportunity slip past him. And it is ninth as we did in the third.
Well, yeah, aside from that.
Attacking the body, using hooks, switch. To us, he has a sizable lead against Emmanuel Navarrete. But still.
As I saw Navarrete kind of shake that.
They both exchange at the end of the ninth. Barbie absolutely.
Hey, these guys know how to bring the stars out, don't they?
Laker, great.
Big boxing fan.
Just a couple of seats away from each other.
Take a look at that.
And isn't throwing. He has gone about 20 to 30. Challenger.
I don't think he's landed one punch this round, to be honest with you.
Not going to win you a world title fight, especially when you are the champion.
We had some concerns about that right hand. He is throwing it, but it's real.
For Navarrete backing up SANTISIMA and an uppercut for...
That's been doing a lot of the damage as he throws.
SANTISIMA finally throws a punch, but back comes Navarrete. Throwing seven. Springs loose from him, and then he unloads a right hand right on the...
He thinks he heard it or not, but perhaps that's why he was shaking there. It's phenomenal work rate from the champion right now.
A left and a right on the top of the head, and that ends the 10th.
Spicy, not spicy.
Hi, Christina, about the cardiovascular. Enjoyed a nice dinner after tonight is over, but...
I'd be interested to see how his total punch output in this fight compares. His activity level isn't what I thought it was going to be in this fight.
Well, Sid, you have to throw.
Yep, and a couple good body shots right there.
A heavy hitter, but in order to be a heavy hitter, I almost feel like Navarrete is bored as to say, come on.
Is breaking the fighters down low.
Could it also be...
The body, and as I was talking about earlier in the fight, that's his bread. Yeah, and he really wants to get the knockout.
As he is walloping Gio SANTISIMA. SANTISIMA bullying him around the ring, snapping back his head. Close to being stopped. SANTISIMA, he was almost running, and right now, this may be...
He was holding on for dear life.
In deep, deep trouble with a minute 5 to go.
In this fight, how much more of this punishment can he take?
Look at the champion go, and Russell has stopped it. Title.
And I think the towel came in at exactly.
He is the winner by way of knockout, Navarrete.
By with Bernardo Osuna.
Y yo creo que la pelea duró mucho.